Good morning children. Welcome to MBM classes. Today let us discuss one of the most important topic, that is the percentage increase or decrease for the different shapes. Doing by the traditional method, it takes too much time. So let me explain you how to do this sum by a short trick. Now moving on to the first question. The side of a square is increased by 20% and you have to find the percentage increase in its area. So for this is a square given. So initially assume that the side of the square is 5 centimeter. So when you calculate the area, it becomes 25 centimeter square. Now this side of the square is increased by 20 centimeter. So when you find 20% of 5, it will become 1. So I am going to increase this side of the square by 6 centimeter. So I am explaining this through this figure just for your understanding. From next sum onwards, I am going to do directly. In order to understand the concept, I had drawn this figure. So let me explain again. Initially the side of the square is given as 5 centimeter. Assume that we are going to take it as 5 centimeter. Now this side is increased by 20%. That means 20% of 5 will give me 1 centimeter. So 5 plus 1 will be increased to 6 centimeter. So the new square, that is the side of the new square, is 6 centimeter. So what will be the area of the square? Area of the square, you know, it is side into side. So it will be equal to 36 centimeter square. So now you know the area of old square. Now you know the area of new square. I have to find the difference of area. So the difference of area will be equal to 36 minus 25 equal to 11. So this is the increase in area. So the increase percentage will be equal to increase upon original into 100 percentage, which is nothing but 11. The increase is 11. So 11 upon original is 25 into 100 percentage is 44 percentage. The same, so if you are, this is a traditional method. If this method you are going to apply in the competitive exam, it will take too much time. So I am going to explain the short trick how you are going to do the same sum within a few seconds, that is to 4 to 5 seconds. So let us proceed now. So what is the increase in side? It is increased by 20%. So this 20% I am going to write it in the form of a fraction. Already I told you so many times, always try to remember, express the percentage in terms of fractions. So 20% will be equal to 20 by 100, which is equal to 1 upon 5. Now this 5 denotes its original side and this will be your increment. So always try to do the sum in the ratio form. You will get the answer within a few seconds. So 20% is equal to 1 upon 5, where 5 denotes your original and 1 denotes your increment. So now 5 plus 1 will be equal to 6. That will be your new side. So new side ratio will be equal to 6. So now let us proceed. I am going to make two columns. So in the first column I will be writing the initial, and the second column I will be writing my final side. So when initial is equal to 5, that is my original side, my new side will be equal to 6. As you know, the area of the square is given by side square. Area of the square is given as side square. So I will be writing 2 times here. So again I will repeat 5 and again I will repeat 6 over here. Now you multiply. 5 into 5 is equal to 25 and 6 into 6 is equal to 36. Find the difference between 36 minus 25. 36 minus 25 is equal to 11. So what is the formula for percentage increase? Percentage increase is equal to difference upon original into 100 percentage. So 12 upon 25 into 100. So when you cancel 25 and 100, it will be equal to 4. So finally I will be getting 11 into 4 is equal to 44%. You can check my answer, my traditional method and the new method. Since the formula is simpler, you are getting the steps very simple also in this. You are feeling that both are easy method, but when you are going to calculate for rectangle, cone, sphere, etc., you will feel this method very simpler and you can find the answer in a few seconds. So let me move on to the next question. The second question is, the length of a rectangle is increased by 20% and the breadth is decreased by 10%. Find the percentage decrease in area. So now I am going to draw a rectangle, but I am not going to do it by traditional method. The length of a rectangle is increased by 20%. So you write put an arrow for increase, it is increased by 20%, and the breadth of the rectangle is decreased by 10%. So it is decreased by 10%. So, and you know the area of a rectangle is length into breadth. So let me find. So what is 20%? 20% is equal to 1 by 5. As I said, you make two columns. So 5 will be the original and 1 will be the increment. So my initial will be equal to 5 and the final will be 5 plus 1 will be equal to 6. Next, 10% means 1 upon 10. So original will be 10, and since it is decreased, you have to subtract. Put the downward arrow so that you remember we have to subtract. So initial is 10 and my final will be 10 minus 1 will be equal to 9. Now as usual, you multiply 10 5s are 50 and 9 6 are 54. Now what is the difference? Difference is equal to 54 minus 50 will be equal to 4. So percentage will be equal to 4 upon 50 into 100. So it will be equal to 8%. So instead of traditional method, if you are going to follow this method, you can attempt give all the answers within a few seconds in your competitive exams. Since it is asked decrease, you write percentage decrease. How it is decreased? Because it is reduced by 10%. So you can write minus 9 over here. So it will be minus 54. And we are not going to put the minus sign here. As we know, minus negative denotes decrease. So it is decrease. 8% decrease. Next question. The radius of a circle is increased by 25%. Find the percentage increase in area of the circle. So this is a circle. So this is the radius of the circle. Now this radius is increased by 25%. When the radius is increased by 25%, you have to find out the percentage increase in its area also. So what is the formula for area of circle? The formula for area of the circle is pi r square. That means radius you are having 2 times. So first let us find what is 25%. 25% means it is 1 upon 4. Now 4 denotes the original, and since it is increase, it is an increment. 1 denotes the increment. So my new will be 5. So let us make 2 columns. One is the original, second one is the new. Now if 4 is the original, 5 is my new, but since it is r square, I have to write 2 times. Again it is 4 and 5. Now let us multiply. 4 4s are 16, 5 5s are 25. So now what is the decrease in? What is the difference? Difference is equal to 25 minus 16, which is equal to 9. So percentage increase will be equal to 9 upon original. What is the original? 16. So 9 upon 16 into 100%. So this can be reduced and written as 4 and here 25. So when you calculate, you will be getting 22.5%. So if you are going to use the traditional formula, first you will calculate the area of pi r square, original area, that is 5. Pi you will be putting the value of 22 by 7 into original radius into original r as the original radius. Then you will calculate for the new radius. Then you will find the difference. After finding the difference, again you will find the percentage increase. So it is a long method. Now instead of that, if you are going to use this trick, that is the ratio method, you can find the answer within few seconds. Question. The radius of a cone is increased by 10% and its height is decreased by 20%. So this is a cone. Here you are going to increase the radius by 10%. So this is increased by 10% and this is the height of the cone. The height of the cone is decreased by 20%. So you have to find the percentage change in its volume. For this you should know the volume of the cone. So volume of the cone is given by 1 by 3 pi r square h. So now let us proceed. First, radius is increased by 10%. So first let us find what is 10%. 10% is given by 1 by 10. So now let us make 2 columns. First one is original, second one is final. If 10 is the original, since it is increased, final will be 10 plus 1 will be equal to 11. And you know radius is written how many times it is coming here? 2 times, r square. So I'll write one more time 10 and 11. Now coming to height, height is decreased by 20%. So 20% is written as 1 upon 5. Since it is decreased, put the downward arrow. So initial is 5, original is 5 and it is decreased, so it will become 4. Now on calculating, I'll be getting 10 into 10, 100. So 100 into 5 you had to multiply. Before multiplying, you can see whether you can cancel any of the numbers. So I can cancel 4 and 10. So 2 2s are 4, 5 2s are 10. Again this 2 can be cancelled with 5. Now again this simplification has become more simpler. So 5 into 5, 25. 25 into 5 is 125. And here 11 into 11 is 121. Now you find the difference. So difference is equal to 125 minus 121 is equal to 4. So percentage increase will be equal to, percentage increase in volume is 4 upon original, which is 125, multiplied by 100%. So this is equal to, this is 5 times, this is 4 times, which is equal to 16 upon 5, that is equal to 3.2 percentage. So again you can observe how we are able to find out the percentage increase change in the volume, though the formula is 1 by 3 pi r square within few seconds. To the last question, the radius of the cylinder is increased by x%, then the volume is increased by 44%. Here they are saying if they are going to increase the radius of the cylinder by x%, the volume is increasing by 44%. That is the cylinder is given. And here the radius of the cylinder is not given, it is x%, but you know the volume of the increased percentage is equal to 44%. That is, you are going to increase the radius of the cylinder by x%. When the radius is increased by x%, the volume is increased by 44%. This is a reverse question. Here the increased volume is given, you are asked to find the increased radius. So let me proceed. So 44% can be written as 44 upon 100, which is equal to 22 upon 50 or 11 upon 25. So this is the simplest form. So 25 will be the original and 11 will be the increment. So let us make two columns now. So original will be 25 and increased will be 36. But what is the formula for volume of the cylinder? Volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. Since you are having r square, for finding the radius of the cylinder, we have to take the square root. So my new radius ratio will be equal to, that is 5:6. Suppose if you are asked to find how many percent this radius is increased, you can do 1 upon 5. What is the difference here? Difference is 1. So you can write 1 upon original 5 into 100%, which is equal to 20%. So now what is the answer? The radius of the cylinder is increased by 20%. First you have to take the square root. We are taking the square root because the square is given here. R square is given. Since R square is given, for finding the radius, I had to take the square root. After taking the square root, we will be finding the difference. Difference is 1. So now for finding the percentage, I will be doing 1 upon the original 5 into 100%, which is equal to 20%. So the radius of the cylinder is increased by x%. So my x is equal to 20%. Hope you enjoyed all these short tricks to find the percentage increase or decrease in different shapes. You can all the same procedure can be followed in all different shapes: volume of the sphere, area of the sphere, surface area of the sphere, surface area of the cylinder. Everything you can use the same trick to find out the percentage increase or decrease. Only thing you have to remember, if it is increase you add, or if it is decrease you subtract. So please don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video. Thank you.